I need to edit my name. Put me.
Oh my God. Remove you?
Yeah, remove me. I'm going to come back.
All right. Sorry about that, you guys. 16 seconds. Thanks a lot for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. We will have some guests pop up here in just a second. So. Hi, Alexis. How you doing? Hi, Tasha. Hey, due to the nature of everything that's going on, I will not be able to just let anybody jump up on the live stream. It's nothing personal. If I choose you to be somebody who has commented numerous times in the chat. So Queen Talks Crime will be joining us in this live stream. And I'm also looking for somebody else, and I don't even see where they are. Jesus Christ. Hold on one second, you guys. And I will check something, so you all just give me 1 second. I want to check something here. Just a minute. Okay. Queen Talk, just 1 second, honey.
Here's a result from Amazon.
Take your time.
Oh, no. Look what popped up. Can you see me still?
Hold on.
I can't.
Yeah, I see you.
Okay.
I see you.
I need to be able to remove this screen that's in front of me. That's the problem, because I can't see you.
But I'm here.
I know, but I can't
Whatever
see you.
popped up.
Yeah.
Whatever popped up, just exit it out.
Well, that's the problem.
Hey, Tasha.
What I'm saying, baby, I cannot see the screen of the chat.
I heard you. I said just exit out of it. Just hit the X button.
At the corner?
Exit. No.
Yeah,
you said something popped up. The corner of whatever popped up.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me see. It's not doing that.
Because I don't know what you hit.
Okay, I didn't hit anything. That's why I keep trying to tell you. It's sensitive. It jumps up. Okay. So you can't talk. It just jumped. The Google thing jumped up.
Okay. A Google, something Google jumped up.
Jesus. I knew this was going to happen. During my live. You got to be kidding me.
Hit the X on the Google thing. On whatever popped up. Is there an X button?
No, there's no X. It's just a keyboard for you to type. I don't know why.
There's no way to.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Let me see.
Look for a small little X somewhere.
Baby, there's no X on the screen. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I'll probably have to go back out. This is just ridiculous. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I had to go to the corner, I guess. I don't know. Sorry about that, you guys. All this navigation. So sorry. Okay. There's something I need to check with YouTube because before some shenanigans intervene. Okay. How's everybody doing out there? Come on now.
Hey, okay. Tasha.
Okay. I'll be with you guys just 1 second. Okay. Okay, just 1 second. Come on. Oh, I know what I want to do. Okay. Wait a minute. There's somebody else. I'll be with you guys in just a second because I know you all are waiting.
Monique. Hey, Monique. Hey, Sheba the Desert Diva. Hello. Hey, Monique. Hey, Sheba the Desert Diva.
Pretty K, your device is not on.
Well, it's on. It's just something in the background.
No, it says device is not connected for her.
Pretty K, your device is not on. Well, it's on. It's just something in the background.
I can't even hear you.
Southern Black Turtle, hey.
What's that noise?
I told you it's her background.
Oh, God.
Southern Black
Pretty K, you're not on, honey. Your devices are not connected.
That says backspace F1. That doesn't say
What about
Pretty
that?
K. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Look, look, you don't ask. Yeah, that's our friend. It says your guests will need to connect their mic before you can add them to the stream. Backspace, you're gonna have to do their do your mic, honey. Come on, y'all.
I believe you can mute that person yourself, but I don't want to teach you that right
now. No, mute who, baby?
I'm saying, so is she you I don't
understand what you're saying.
No, I was saying is she coming on or is she gonna be like that?
I guess she fell off. I don't know. Backspace, are you in? No, this is somebody else, baby. Backspace, are you on?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. It's the other person that felt is not on. I don't know what happened.
Can you hear me?
Barely. There's some buzzing. She's got some buzzing going on, so that's why I couldn't really hear you.
There's some buzzing in your background. It sounds like a helicopter. The chat is saying it sounds like a helicopter.
Y'all wait, good to go live to do all this. She didn't come up. I don't know what happened. She came up and then something about her microphone was going on. Southern Black Turtle. It's like
I hear us talking. Tell them to mute their YouTube. Tell them to mute their the YouTube.
That's something you should already know. You know what I'm saying? Cut your background down. God, wait.
Thank you, Backspace. Thank you.
Oh my God, Jesus. Y'all, come on now. Just said, turn your helicopter out. Backspace, are you with us?
She muted whoever it is, muted. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Barely.
You still got buzzing going on in your background.
Sweetheart, whatever you have in the background, please turn it off.
Barely. You still got buzzing going on in your background. Sweetheart, whatever you have in the background, please.
Hello, Tasha. How you doing, Raven, Jules, Trina, Southern Black Turtle? I got 95 in the room. Thank y'all for joining me. No Super Question Alive. Thanks for joining us. Oh, wow. I give up. I can't. It was too much time.
I mean, we can't speak with that noise.
That's what I'm saying. F1.
Yes.
You got to turn that stuff down that's in the background, sweetheart.
I don't have anything.
You gotta turn it.
Well, somebody has something buzzing.
You have a YouTube playing. I hear myself talking. You got YouTube
you
on.
Your TV. You don't need to watch the TV, sweetheart, while we're doing this. Dear God, I'm befuddled right now. Yeah, 2 devices, Tasha, something like that. I don't know. Oh, it ain't letting you talk.
Do you got a fan on or something? It sounds like it's a fan or something rumbling in your background. It's just loud noise in your background, F1.
Yeah, because I hear you echoing in the background. I don't know, because I know it's not. I know it's not me, so I don't understand what's going on. Truth coming to light. Yes, something like that, I guess. You know, this ain't nothing but the devil, because the devil don't want nobody to speak. That's all I can come up with. I don't know. Okay, so the person said they gotta adjust, because I can't say their name out on the live for for various reasons, because you cannot call nobody out on their name on this platform. Okay, so the person said they gotta adjust. I can't say their name out.
The only thing I can say is mute.
I don't know. Because it's echoing back when we talk. That's not going to be good.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it when he's muted.
I just mute. I had to turn the microphone off. So I don't know how is he going to be able to join us if he can't. If that's background noise is going to be. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but can he hear you for him to adjust it? Is he listening?
Yes. F1, can you hear us now? That's because I turned the microphone on.
I can hear you.
Sweetheart, do you have the TV on? F1, do you have your TV on?
No. No.
Something is wrong. I don't understand why there's buzzing when you come on. This is weird.
Am I
Yeah,
okay?
it sounds like a helicopter.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but what we're saying is, sweetheart, there's something in the background echoing. That's what we're trying to explain to you. My guest, you need to connect your microphone so you can come onto the stream, sweetheart. You need to connect your mic cam so you can be added. Oh Lord. Anyway, I can't wait. I'm sorry. This because I don't know what else to say about that. Okay.
Okay, well, maybe just mute, and then when it's time for him to talk, then maybe he can unmute. Yeah. So we don't have to, because everybody just hear the noise. Whatever's in his background that we don't know.
Sorry for the confusion, you guys. I got 126 in the room, and I know they're like, what's going on? Okay. Let me say this to everyone joining us. I want to thank you. Sorry for the confusion. There's just a lot of echoing going on, so I don't know what everybody's issues are, but thank you for joining me anyway. When I did the last live a few hours ago, someone had dropped a comment in the chat about a certain situation that some of us have pondered on, and I decided, Queen and myself, because she mentioned it to me, that she saw a comment that one of you left in there about Trezell and the bio mom. So what I'm going to do is do this, because I've thought this before. Queen Talks Crime has thought this before. The other person who's trying to join us, they've thought this before. And then one of you dropped this in the chat as a what if.
Your phone went black.
Okay. I can't get it over here straight because my view is different.
Right there. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That
you can push it a little bit closer. Yes, perfect. Well, right there. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
That is why we're on tonight, because someone dropped that comment in the chat and Queens caught it, and we just thought, okay, we don't know anything about the story. We don't know anything about the people. I thought this once before because someone had left a comment before and said, why were the haircuts cut the same? Blah, blah, blah. And why do you cut the children's hair the same? And I said, I don't know. How would I know that? But then I started looking at the photographs and I said, this is a very interesting situation. Picture. Is it possible that Trezell could be the biological father of the eldest child? Had there been some hanky-panky going on? Because a lot of people have asked questions about who knew who. You realize when you talk to the source that his parents live near the bio mom's parents' house, if they are still living in the same neighborhood, possibly not. I don't know. I'm not in California. But the thing is, at some point, they lived around each other, if still. And my thing is, how big is Bakersfield, California? People bump into each other every day. People go to the same places, patronize. people meet each other on social media? And could it be possibly that these two cross paths with one another? And I only bring this variable up because it was mentioned in the chat earlier, and we decided that we would start discussing the variables that you all ask, because a lot of you ask these questions. It does not mean we know the answers. Of course, we don't know the answers, but we wanted to bring that because that was just interesting that someone would bring that up almost 2 months in. And I had thought that a while back when I saw the picture of the adoptive caretaker and the eldest child. I was thinking to myself, something about that just didn't look right. Of course, could be wrong. It's just a question. It is a what if. And so that is the reason why we have the panel, Queen Talks Crime, and myself, and Backspace F1. So I'm going to let Backspace give his.
Unmute yourself.
Okay. When
Okay.
I first heard about that, it kind of floored me that it could be possible. And then I was looking at the pictures, and then I said, okay, I'm looking at the forehead, I'm looking at the nose, and I'm looking at the eyes, especially when Trezell has his face covered with his so-called mask, you know, and then I saw other pictures of him, and then I saw the baby. I said, possible, you know. So yeah, it's something to think about, you know.
Yes.
But we can't really be sure.
Of course not. Of course not.
We can't really be sure unless we had or have an inkling of the birth certificate. If
Right.
in fact Ryan placed him on the birth certificate as the father. So we never know. Unless we, you know, unless somebody can get that birth certificate from their vital records.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know, but it is something to it is something that never came across my mind. It really didn't. Never came across my mind, but since you know you're now talking about it, then that's something to really possibly look into.
Pretty K, are you here?
Can you hear me?
Yes, baby, you're here. Hello.
Okay. She said something.
Yeah, I heard her. Pretty K.
Queen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, honey.
Okay, so you want my opinion?
Yes, that's why I invited you.
Okay,
Please.
so I think it's a possibility that Trezell could be the father.
Okay.
I've always said this from the beginning. I think they look alike, and from my research that I did, Ryan and Trezell, they actually know each other.
Okay. So explain that.
So
When you give a comment, please explain what you mean now.
in terms of what Trezell and Ryan knowing each
Yeah,
other,
because I don't want anyone leaving anything open-ended in a statement, because naturally we don't know these people. So if you give a statement, I like you to give a reason why you feel the way that you feel, that they knew each other or whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying?
for one, they're all from Bakersfield, and what I've gathered, they went to high school together.
Okay. Did somebody tell you they went to high school together?
I actually saw it online
Okay.
when I was doing my research.
Okay. Okay.
So I think it could be a possibility that Trezell is the father. And I just feel like they're all in on this.
Okay. Somebody in the Tasha said we need to know how they know they were bio fathers. Did they see birth certificates with their names on it or paternity paperwork? I don't know, Tasha, because as I state, nothing has been revealed pertaining to the biological fathers. There has not been a public identification of who the biological fathers are. And I guess for common sense reasons, they did not want to be identified when allegedly they were at the house when the interview took place, because that is what some people have said. I do not know if it's true or not, that the biological fathers were there the day the biological mother was at the scene to do the news interview, where the West gave their news interview. So I don't know. The one thing that puzzled me is, why would anyone go to a house/news conference and not be seen as the biological father? As I state, I understand why a person would not want to be seen, because they wouldn't want the scrutiny of people identifying them in a public forum as the biological parent. And as you see with all the hoopla going on social media with the biological mother, that is to be expected. And I always wondered, why would the biological mother come forward knowing people would question what happened with your said children? That's just common sense. So I always wondered that with the biological mother, why would you come forward knowing that people would ask questions? And then with the biological father allegedly being there with her when the West gave their interview to the public, to the news, they never stood beside her. So I thought, well, why would you ride allegedly with the biological mother to this house interview and not be seen supporting her? Because that really defeats the purpose in riding along, if that's indeed what they did. You're going to ride an hour away to stand outside the AP's home, have the news there, other spectators, other relatives of the bio mom or whomever, and then you don't show yourself in support with the biological mother, which I just thought was messed up. But like I said, the flip side is they just didn't want to be seen on camera. And like I said, I do understand that. But it doesn't look good, only because this woman has come forward to say, hey, I'm the biological mother of the children. And then you've got allegedly two people supposed to have showed up as biological fathers, and they didn't reveal themselves. So I thought that was a bit messed up. But as I stated, I do understand maybe they just didn't want to be seen on camera. And naturally, I haven't heard anything about the biological fathers, speaking on any platform or YouTube or whatsoever. The only thing that we've heard is that they have these said relatives who have decided to come forward in rallying for the children. And I still find that odd that you have relatives coming forward, standing outside the house, doing things to raise money, this and that, but you are not visible. You have to admit that that's just very peculiar. But as I stated, everyone chooses to do things their own way.
Okay.
Pretty,
So,
is that what you want to say?
No, it's Queen Toss Crime.
Oh, I know, but I say Pretty. I want to make sure she said everything she wanted to say before you jump on Miss Queen.
Yeah, Queen could speak.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead. First and foremost, let's go on record saying this is not a fact. This is just a possible theory that people have questions.
Somebody left in the chat earlier.
Yes, that somebody had left in the chat, and that's not the only person either. Other people has been commenting on comment sections and in chats asking these questions. So that is a good question that we are asking here. We're asking questions. We're not stating that anything is fact and inevitable. No, we're not saying any of that sort. But I have that question myself, and the reason why I have that question myself is, for one, the child does favor him some. He looks like him. He looks a lot like him. Okay. And then you stay in a small town. Is it possible that y'all could have sometime came into contact and it went from there? Then a child was brought into this world. And with everything that went on with Brian Dean situation, we're not going to go into it, but y'all know with all the things that happened and the boys was removed from the home, is it possible that she asked him, let him know what was going on, and that she asked him to take the boys for her, and it went on from there? So is it possible that they already known each other? Is it possible that they've already known each other? And is it possible that she asked him, because it's like I said, their homes are what? A cemetery apart, the Rondin's mama's house, and then the West Hot Mess Wanda, her house. They're a cemetery apart. So is it possible that they ran into each other, conceived, end up making a baby, and then with all the stuff that happened with Ryan Dean losing custody of the children and then being removed from the home, could she have let him know what was going on, and asked him if he could, possibly do anything about it, take the kids, whatever, we don't know, and he possibly, and then took in the kids. So that's a very good question. So.
Okay. Very interesting.
Black J, you said we need to deal with facts. You cannot with this. There is no facts in this case. That's the problem. There is no facts in this case. There is no facts.
Yeah, there's none.
So you can't. Everybody is everybody has questions and spectating at this point because there is no facts. So anything is possible.
Right.
There is no fact.
Turn your background down, dear.
Yeah, I saw that Miss Jules said something about guardianship papers.
Okay.
Things,
what do you mean?
The way things are going on right now, as far as both those families are concerned, if in fact Ryan had asked, if Ryan had asked Trezell to do that, then there's no need for guardianship papers if they were doing everything underneath the table.
Right.
If they were doing the way stuff is going with them two now, it could have been worked out underneath the table where there's no guardianship papers could have come to fruition.
Right. Black Jay, we know she said she didn't know them. We know that, but this is just a variable. This is not spoken word. This is not a fact. This was a comment left in the chat, so we have decided to address comments in the chat. You all have left chat, so that is the reason why we are addressing what you all have commented on. Matt says, okay.
I understand that.
Okay, so GS says, but this way he gets paid by the state to raise his own child. Well, yeah, basically.
It works like that sometimes.
And not even that, she had visitations with the children, so she did have contact with them in the past. So,
well, I want to talk about that because Esther's mentioning that about seeing the kids unkempt. We don't really know for sure that they met at her house. The reason why I say that, if you look at the photos carefully, you can see that it looks like a daycare room. You understand what I'm saying? If you go back and look at the photos, if you can find them, one of the rooms looks like stuff that's lined up against the wall, like you would see in a daycare. You know what I'm saying? There was toys, the little Lego toys and all that. It didn't look like someone's house. So it looks like she went and met her kids on a neutral ground, not the
Let me get my other phone.
You understand what I'm saying? Let me say that, because just from looking in the pictures I saw with her with those kids, that did not look like somebody's home. That looked like a meeting room, a meeting facility, possibly a DHS or somewhere else. That did not look like somebody's house, because you could tell it looks like a schoolroom, the way you have the wooden shelves up against the wall and you have the things stored on the wall with the toys and, children paraphernalia. That did not look like somebody's house at all to me. Pretty K, you want to weigh in?
No, I'm just saying that we're just saying like this is a theory. We didn't say that Trezell is the father. So
right. Okay.
I wanted to respond to Black Jade.
Okay.
She's saying, why don't we ask Dragonfly if Trezell is the father? Yeah.
Oh, who said that?
Somebody that's black.
She's not even in here. Good Lord.
No, I got it. I blocked her. I got my other phone.
Okay, well, let me call the other person, because this is just, I'm not about
Don't
to do this.
misconstrue what we're saying. Nobody said you have to agree. It's nothing to agree on. This is but yeah, do we have adults here? It's called putting thoughts and ideas together, communicating, and this is what this is. This is not nothing fact. So we know, Black Jay, you made it clear that you believe the bio mom, and that's fine. That's fine. We don't, and that's fine. We don't believe the bio mom, and that's fine. You don't, you do, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. Simple as that. There's no need to go on and be disrespectful. So
nobody is saying that it's true. You're not listening. We are addressing a question that was dropped in the chat earlier, just like the question last a few days ago when it was the issue with the lady who gave Trezell the money. I tried to have a decent live that day, but you see that went awry. We were trying to address questions that have been left in the chat. A lot of you have lots of questions. Naturally, no one on the panel knows these people personally. So we're just throwing out your questions that you have left in the chat. We are not
y'all questions.
We're not stating it is a fact that Trezell and the bio mother ever dated, slept together, whatever. We're just saying someone left the question. We are addressing your questions as a variable. I don't understand why you can't understand what I'm saying. Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Wow.
Storming.
I never seen anything like before. Do you think Trezell told Jacqueline what to say during the interview? I feel that she's afraid of him. What do you think? Well, Melanie, I don't know. I dare not say anything. I don't know. I have no idea. I think everything was rehearsed naturally. Everything was a plan. Everything was rehearsed. I'll just say that. Yeah. Yes.
Yes,
Snooki.
Rita Moore.
Thank you, Esther. The voice of reason. Thank you, Esther.
I agree with Rita Moore. Did you see her comment?
No, what did she say? I think it's very possible because of the whole it's gone up. I done missed it.
Okay, she said, I think it's very possible because of the whole issue and what Dragonfly said about the family living close together.
Yes, the source told that. The source told that because the source is from that area. So the source knows the area. The source knows the bio mom, the kids. And as I state, it's just like common sense. You live around people, you pass people every day. There is the factor that you could bump into someone at the corner store, the 7-Eleven, or whatever your corner stores are out there in California. You make conversation. You could have met them on the internet. The internet has been prevalent 3-4 years ago. So you could easily message somebody through Facebook Messenger. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? What's up? What you been doing? Ain't talked to you in a while. You don't know. And that's the reason why we brought up the scenario with the lady who gave up the money for the house. As I stated during that live, it is odd and peculiar that another woman would give a grown man who's married money for a home. No one can tell me. They don't find that peculiar. So this is also a question that was left in the chat today. We all consulted one another and decided to do a live about the possibility that these two may have coincided with one another. Because truthfully, nobody knows who a baby daddy is but the baby mother and the baby fathers and or the DNA. So I do not state in this live that I know who all children's fathers are. One source I have verified, and I don't even have to speak on that. I don't even have to speak on it. But one source I verified.
So basically,
Yes, Nat. It's all weird. It is.
So basically, they kind of like live behind one another, right? Ryan and Trezell.
It's the parents. It's the parents.
Yes, I'm gonna spank
Ryan
you.
Dean's parents. Ryan Dean's parents.
That is fraud or felony. Yes. Truth coming to light. Yes. If you commit a fraud, you are caught. Yes. So what, baby?
Backslash was asking a question, so I was answering his question. He thought it was Ryan Dean and Trezell, but this the parents. The parents of both sides, they live close together.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
You can't hear
You
with that noise in the background. Whatever that buzzing noise is, I don't know what it is. The police cannot make them take a lie detector test. Lord, y'all on some other stuff. I realize when you do these videos, nobody sticks to the subject at hand. I don't know what is the problem. Nobody wants to address the subject at hand. I got 231 in the room. Thanks for joining me. No super chats during the live. Thank you so much for. Because you have it to prove in court, right? Yes. AB West said Bio Mom found out through his channel. Okay, whatever. They
please do not put channel holders' names in the chat, please. It will be removed. Thank you.
Okay. In the beginning, those involved portrayed themselves on social media, and now 50 plus days later, lies have been exposed, and they still deny. Can't believe none of them. Frisco, and I'm glad you said that, because I like when I have open-minded people in the chat who are woke and you know, speak their truth to their best ability. That everybody's not going to think the same, and that's the problem with a lot of the social media hype, is that you get a group of people who walk the same. They think the same. They're like robots, and they want other people to ride the ride and think like them. Well, I've already told you that. I'm a different breed. I don't believe anything that come out of your mouth. That's just who I am. I don't got to know you. I just cannot just fall in because you said something. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not to make somebody else to be a liar, but when you're dealing with true crime, you're dealing with missing children, you're dealing with deceased children, you're dealing with missing and deceased people. Anybody that immerses themselves in a storyline pertaining to a missing person, deceased person, you cannot believe anything that has been said because you don't know the people involved. The detectives, investigators do not know the people. So you can't say verbatim, yeah, I know they didn't do it. She didn't do it. He didn't do it. Pookie didn't do it. How can you say that? You can't say that during an open investigation because nobody knows the people involved. Nobody knows the people who have jumped in on the bandwagon, because you got a lot of that in this story. You got a lot of folks who have immersed themselves into a missing persons case. And really, when you think about it in actuality, it's really not natural. I'm just going to keep it real. It's not natural for outside people to jump in on a missing persons case or a homicide investigation. Because if you are not directly related to the missing person / homicide victim, what do you have to talk about? What do you have to say? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that is what has been the problem with this whole case, is that you got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then before you know it, everybody starts speculating certain things, and then people start putting it out as a spoken word, when in the end, you never had verification of anything that was said about the bio mother, bio father / Trezell and Jacqueline West, his parents, brothers, this and that. You just had speculation. And one thing I've learned is that you're going to get speculations when people start to speak publicly or speak through a other entities, such as a pay site, the news, Facebook, YouTube. You're going to get rhetoric because now you're going to have people starting to dissect everything that you said. And then you start hearing the rhetoric behind what you said. Now you have a problem. But see, that's why they always tell you sometimes it's best to be quiet. You see, you can't get mad at what somebody is saying about what you said. Had you been quiet, no one would have anything to say. So see, a lot of people have not learned that in life, that sometimes you just don't have to speak on certain things. If you think that something may make a situation worse, then don't say anything. You don't have to speak on the subject matter pertaining to the kids. What's wrong with just being quiet and just be a spectator? You're taking in the information, you're digesting the information, but you don't have to come forward to speak, because that's what this case has been. Just a lot of people jumping in on the bandwagon, giving their commentary about this and that. But in the end, there hasn't been a receipt to anything. And most of everything pertaining to the children missing has been speculation. Everything. And naturally, the police has not told the public anything viable because it is an open investigation. And people have gotten angry because they feel like, some, they're not doing their job. They're not doing this, whatever. Like I said, everything is up for interpretation. You think how you want to think, but it is an open investigation. You cannot expect these people to just come out and just start telling you, yeah, I think Pookie did this. I think Pookie did this. I think they went and got this person to help, and I think they got this person to lie, and they can't do that. They cannot tell you anything, and I think you all know that. And I mean, and we're now, almost 2 months in, you already know the police and the FBI cannot give you said information pertaining to an open investigation. They just can't do it. And due to the nature of this case, which is so jacked up, you really can't expect to get the truth about anything. And that's why everybody's getting so angry with stuff that's being said, because the story is foul. This is a foul story. It was a foul story from the jump.
It is.
Yes.
And the thing about it is this. This dude and this lady told on themselves the very first interview. They were trying, not only maybe Jackie and Trezell had maybe rehearsed what they were going to say, but maybe when they came out and stood in front of those microphones, they kind of forgot where their script was going to be. And then Jackie sometimes had to nudge Trezell just by little words, or Trezell had to nudge Jackie just by little words. So looking at them, and then the way Trezell crossed his arms remind me of Chris Watts. That's the same way he did as far as his wife, his unborn baby, and his 2 girls. He crossed his hands underneath his armpits. So I think they both told on each other their very first interview.
Okay. Pretty K, you want to say anything, baby?
No, I'm just listening for now.
Okay, you just listening. Okay. Okay. Well, that's all we wanted to. The reason why we did this little round table was because someone dropped it in the chat earlier when I went live, when the Queen and I went live, and the Queen and I discussed it. And we also discussed it with Dragonfly, and then I consulted with Miss Pretty, and I was like, this is something I had already thought about before, and I slid it in one of the lives, but you all obviously didn't catch it. I don't know, just something bothered me about the photographs of the child, the eldest child, and Trezell, and I was thinking to myself, naturally, could be wrong. It's just a hypothesis. What if this guy is the father? What if they got together? She went and told him, hey, the state got my kid and I don't know what to do. And he said, well, me and Jacqueline, we're foster parents. We'll go forward and see about taking the child in. I mean, you never know. Like, as I say, this is just a hypothesis because of some of the comments that you all have left in the chat. But like I said, this town is probably under 500,000 people. So, people know each other. They live by each other. They cross paths with each other. Who's to say that these two didn't meet up, have a fling, and a baby came about? I don't know. But some of you have mentioned this, and that is the only reason why we're mentioning it in the live. Thank you, Chi Chi. Thank you so much. Yes, Terry Ann, 3 sides to a story. Ain't that the truth? And the truth is somewhere in the middle. Amen. Wait, Dragonfly. That's my homegirl. Robin, hey, hi. No, Dragonfly is a male. Right, Natasha. Just a possibility. We're not stating anything is factual. We're just only addressing a comment that was left in the chat earlier. I want to thank you all for joining me. 3, 4 years old. They just leave outside yard door tapes. Chris, okay. That would be the best outcome. Okay, Nat, I'll see you. Well, I'm 45 minutes into this live, and I want to thank you all for joining me and being respectful of the chat. Thank you so much. Did you see the camera on the tripod on one of the photos that they didn't have a recent pic? Yes, truth's coming. We've seen all of that. We trust me. These two queens have been an eyewitness to all of this shenanigans on YouTube and the news, and it's been it's just been a bunch of buffoonery. That's just the truth. How old are they? I thought I heard in their 30s. Oh, Fran, are you talking about Trezell? He is 34 years of age. And I cannot remember how old Ryan Dean is. So I'm not for sure. But this was an interesting comment because I'm telling you, I thought about it a month or so in. It was just weird to me. I was just like, man, I'm looking at Trezell and this older boy. Could he be the baby daddy? I was like, ooh, that'd be a hot mess if he was. Just saying. I thought I was watching a replay. No, Masterful Mana, no, darling. You are watching us live in Memorex. I thought
a lot of people saying they thought about it.
Right.
That they thought that too.
Yeah, and we didn't
look alike.
Never addressed it. That's the thing. We never addressed this subject before because one person told me, no, don't say that. Don't talk about that. But I was like, well, we don't know these people. We don't know anything that's truthful or factual pertaining to the West clan and the bio mom. We don't know anything. And everybody's all riled up and jiggy. And so what you always have to ask yourself is this. When you find people that get riled up about stuff, you have to ask yourself, what is the motivation? I mean, that's just really common sense,
Yep.
Why would you get riled up about
what
something?
are you hiding?
Yeah, what are you hiding? Well, it's not about you. The story's not really about you. No, don't use adjectives. The story isn't about you. So then why would you get riled up about anything pertaining to the missing children? Because like I said, no one has said anything bad about the kids. No one has said anything bad about the kids. No one has said anything bad about the kids. So we are looking at the people who are involved in the storyline. And my thing is that once you come forward to report your children missing, then you've put yourself on Front Street. Once you come forward to say you are a biological parent, you have brought yourself forward into the fold of a case. So when people start chitter-chattering on Facebook and other platforms, you can't get angry because you put yourself out there to be critiqued. And that's just common sense. It wouldn't matter if we were talking about this story or we were talking about, as you all have stated, Chris Watts or any other true crime story. Once you come forward in a storyline, people are going to judge you. People are going to critique you. People are going to ask questions. People are going to make up stuff. People are going to lie. People are going to jump on a bandwagon. People are going to immerse themselves in the case because they want to be seen. And that happens a lot. But I think this case, to me, I'm just going to be truthful with you. It just resembles to me Camille McKinney with all the street elements to it. It's ratchet to me. It's just ratchet to me. And somebody may get offended. You would only get offended if it's true. I'm just saying.
Somebody said in the chat that he would have had emotion if he was the bio father of his son being missing. Think about it. If he murdered these boys,
that's not true.
He would be a psychopath. They don't have emotion. They don't have empathy. They don't feel anything.
Thank you.
There are serial killers that have children.
Yes.
Serial killers that have children.
Yes.
And
I can't believe nobody would even say that.
He not, his kids are with CPS. right now. He don't have no emotion for them. So if that was his child, I believe he wouldn't have no emotion then still.
Right.
Regardless, I don't think psychopaths, none of that, he wouldn't have no emotion.
Yeah, a sociopath doesn't have any
So
empathy.
regardless if that's his son or not, I don't believe he would have showed it.
Yeah, a sociopath doesn't have any empathy. So I don't know how anybody could think that because it would be his child, he would have empathy. The point is, a sociopath doesn't have any empathy. They walk around pretending to be human and walking and talking and pretending that they have emotions, but they do not. I don't know what happened to Queen. She fell off. But what I'm saying is, I just don't know how anyone could think that. Now, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you or anything, but sociopaths don't have any empathy, so they can't empathize. Serial killers are deemed sociopaths. So they walk around every day, putting on their clothes, going to work, dating, having children, and then they go out and they hunt victims. And they don't feel anything. And most of you know that. They don't feel anything inside. And yes, they will nod their heads in agreement in a conversation, like, oh yeah, that's terrible, and oh, that's a horrible thing, and blah, blah, blah. But that doesn't mean they actually feel anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just a ruse to go along with the flow as to not be detected as a monster.
Why is it buffering?
Right. Who said that? Oh no, Tammy, you okay, baby? I thought from the jump that the adopted parents and the bio parents are in it together. Yes, Jamie, and we can address that if you all like. Since we've opened Pandora's box to this said situation. Many of you have also said that in the chat. Did you think that they know each other? Some of you have said that you think that the bio parents have the children or hiding the children. Some of you have thought that Giselle sold the children back to the biological mother. I've heard it all. And that's the reason why we're addressing this topic, because I just think it was just best that we would address some of the comments that were left in the chat instead of just, leaving it open-ended, because some of you had a lot of questions. So that's what this video is about today, is addressing the comments in the chat. Okay, Tammy, that's fine. I wish they would make a statement and thank everyone for searching billboards. A man risked his life and went to Mexico to search. Well, Jules, once again, what we just said, if you're dealing with a sociopath, they don't have any empathy. So they're not going to thank anybody for doing anything. You see, the people have never come forward to speak about their children. They never spoke to the news again. So there's no way that they can, there's no way that they're going to speak, because they don't want to speak. Don't you think somebody would speak up if they cared about their children? They would speak up. They would talk to the news. They would show, new pictures of their children. They would try to have a positive dialogue about their children. You go to the news one time to say your kids are missing. 3 news stations stood there. Bio family arguing, fussing, cussing, hollering, which is, natural. And then that's the end of the conversation. These people never come forward again to say anything in a positive light about their kids. Then now, a month and a half later, the grandparents go forward to talk to ABC News, and they don't have anything viable to bring to the forefront. They don't even talk about the kids. They don't identify them by their names. There's no, I love you, we miss you, the kids miss you, your parents miss you, we miss you. You upload old photos to a news syndicate, which shows me you know something, because you did the same thing that your son and his wife did. So don't you find that odd? The APs and the grandparents uploaded old photos. And let's be truthful. The pictures that were uploaded from the grandparents were younger than the ones that was given to the news and the Missing Persons Bureau. So they know something. You've made yourself complicit when you uploaded those photos that were of the children at very small toddlers. So anybody with sense would say, why the hell are you giving me these photos? These pictures are, they're babies in this picture. These don't look like a 3 and 4 year old. So see, these people are telling on themselves and don't even realize it. But that is the point of a crime. There's 50 ways to commit a crime, murder, and there's 100 ways to get caught. And that is what I'm saying in this case of the missing boys. Nitra in here. Okay. Hello, Nitra. Thanks for joining us. Jennifer, you're a mess. Land that Compton already. Oh, well. I don't know what's going on. Backspace, are you with us? I guess he fell off. He may have gone down in the chat. That's fine. Was there a paternity test of the fathers? Louisville, no. Let me say this once again. This is a hypothesis. This is not the spoken word. This is no verification or receipt of any kind. This is just a comment that was left in the chat, and we are addressing comments that were left in the chat. This is not to say the bio mother and Trezell West ever had an affair, relationship, one-night stand, fling. Many of you have made comments in the commentary and on other channels that you believe they know each other, possibly they messed around, that the older son favors Trezell West. I thought the same, but that's the point. It's just a hypothesis. We're not claiming that this is a spoken word. We're just addressing a question that was left in the chat earlier. Oh, Lord, here we go. If the GoFund stop, how long would it take for the involved to lose interest? Why are the boys' description the same? They shouldn't be. Yes, Chris, we know this. But that's the whole point. You can't, I don't know, honey. More about the boys than their parents. Well, as I said, it's a hypothesis. Okay. Thank you, Psalms. Thank you, Psalms, for joining us. Okay, Tammy says, I'm a survivor of evil father and blame my whole life for what was done to me. But at 19, I was beaten. And my child was kidnapped. I walked 13 miles to my grandparents after the cops left me. Okay, Tammy. Wow. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you so much. Backspace, are you still here? Okay, he's not here. Well, that was the said information, but since I got a little time up here at almost an hour, Backspace, you still here? Are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Pretty, are you still here? Pretty $, are you still here, baby? I don't know. I don't know what she wants to. Hold on one second. I don't know where she's at. Thank you all for joining me. Hi, Kimberly. How you doing? Thank you all for joining me. But that is the hypothesis pertaining to the situation. As I state, this live is about a comment that was left in the chat. We wanted to address that information pertaining to the comment. As I state, this live is not a verification of anyone's relationship, courtship, and or paternity of the said child. Okay, Queen, that's fine, baby. The girl said on the first video that she had photos, but the police took the phone. Don't know if I really believe that. Well, Ravenheart, it's common sense. The police is not going to take your telephone if you... They need a photo first of your child or missing person. No one is going to take your phone first and then double back and ask you to give them a photo. They're going to ask you for a photo first and then seize any devices that they deem necessary for investigation. I think you all know that. He was nervous when he said call the police. He forgot the consequences for it. We could talk about anything. That's why I love it here. Thank you, Sanaya. Yes, my platform is open. You know, I do like to kind of stick to the subject because when you start veering off too much, then it kind of loses momentum. But as I state, this was a comment that was left in the chat earlier when we went live. Someone had made mention of the child, the oldest child, favoring Giselle West. And as I state, there is no verification on my part of who dated whom, made a baby with whom. We're just saying that could it be a possibility that Giselle West is the father of the said older child? And as I state, there is no verification of this allegation to be true. We're only mentioning this because someone left it in the chat. Don't you wonder why adoptive parents have never asked the public for help on finding the boys? Yeah, Debbie, well, you're not going to ask help because you don't care about the kids. That's already been proven. As I state, you can ask this question and say it 1,000 times. Anyone that would give a police, detective, plural, old photos of their children shows that they did not care for their children. 2, it shows that you didn't have your kids. Because as I tell people, you can't give what you do not have. You don't have the children, then how are you going to give photos of them? How are you going to give recent photos? I can't give you photos of someone if, one, I haven't been around them. So all I could give you is what I had. So if all I have a photo of you is 6 months ago, that's what I'm going to give someone. If I saw you last year, that's all I have. That's what I'm going to give the authorities. And I think that showed right there, the children have been gone a while to me. But as I state, we could be wrong because the fact that the chief, as I state, went back to the home these past couple of times leads one to think there's something at that house. There's something going on with that house. Like I said, we all have been speculating, some of us, that the children, of course, never left Bakersfield, California. But as I tell people, we have no verification of that because we don't know these people. We don't know what is truth, what is fiction, because we don't know them. They're not talking. They're not saying anything. No one has come forward that is an actual friend of these said people, a relative, to say to the news, hey, yes, I suspected foul play. I've seen some things that's not right. I've had some odd conversations with these people. Their behavior has been odd, or this is how they treated their children. Nobody has come forward to verify anything, so you don't really have anything to go on. This is all you have is speculation, and that's a normal thing to do. And as I state to people, you cannot believe everything you hear pertaining to a missing person / homicide investigation because you don't know what is the truth, because you don't know the people involved. And one thing I say that I think we all know when it comes to true crime, you don't know people. So that's why you can't say what a person did and didn't do. You can't say who knew somebody and didn't know somebody, because we have learned in so many cases that those who played crazy and dumb, they knew about a crime. They were involved in the crime. They had knowledge of the crime. They participated in the crime. They covered the crime. They aided in the crime. They hid the crime. And it wasn't until later, with thorough investigation, that truth was revealed. Thank you, Master Formana. How you doing? Except the van video. Yes, the video sheds a lot. Yes, it does. I can see how many are in that van, etc. Okay. I've got 256 viewing. Thank you so much for your time. Backspace, would you like to say anything? I guess he's off. Oh well.
No, not at all. I just think it's I don't know. This whole case has just been a complete world circus. Once it first started, it just became a complete world circus.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I just don't know why these two just don't come up and say, okay, you got us. Put the handcuffs on us and let's rock and roll. Because they have no emotions toward one another as husband and wife. They don't have any emotions or concern about their biological children, let alone the adoptive children. So this whole thing is just a complete world circus.
Okay. Well, it has become a circus. That's the sad part. I guess he fell off. I agree. I think they feel confident that they covered themselves before reporting them missing. Yes, Terry, and I agree with that. And that is probably the reason why they have not come forward. Why would I come forward if I think that I have pulled off the disappearance of the children? I mean, see, some of you can identify with, let's say, perhaps, they harmed the children. You can't identify because you're not that kind of person. But someone who thinks like that can identify. So if I know I have tucked these children away indefinitely, then I'm not going to admit I did anything. If I believe you are not going to find the children, I am not going to say anything to you until you bring forth something that shows I did something with the children. So if the police have not shown anything, detectives have shown anything to allude to the fact that, yeah, we got something on you to show you did this with the kid, why would they say anything? Why would they admit to anything? You see, we were 2 months in. And these people have not come forward to even speak again about the kids. So they're not going to say, oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, I sold them. I gave them back to this person, or I handed them over to this person, or I harmed them, murdered them. Why would the person do that? And you have people who have had concrete evidence against them that they murdered someone, and they still would not admit to harming that person because it happens all the time. Yes, Masterful. Yes, his children deserve only the best, and for those to hurt them is sickening. Yes, this is true. Yes, it's true. I want to thank you all for joining me. It's 241 in the room. You all have been so kind to a queen, and I want to thank all of you who have put in such wonderful, kind words to me for Valentine's Day. I want to thank all of you. I hope all of you had a peaceful and happy Valentine's Day. I'm sorry I didn't say that in the beginning of the live, but I want to thank you for the Valentine's Day wishes and the happy birthday wishes. And thank you for the donations. You all have been so kind to a queen, and the support has been phenomenal. And I want to thank you personally. And I want to thank Queen Talks Crime. I want to thank Nitra. I want to thank Dragonfly, The Source. And I also want to thank Backspace F1. You all have been very good to me, and I want to thank you for that. Thank you so much. It's not that I feel about them. I know how evil works. And until I was 48, I blame myself. And now 51. Okay. And no better. Okay. Thank you so much for that comment about the rock star. I love it. Thank you. We won't hear from them again to ever believe they lie. Oh, Sanaya, most definitely. You already know that they're never going to own up to anything. Even if right now the children surface, whether alive or worst case scenario, they're never going to own up to doing anything to the kids. Like I said, if they sold the kids or handed the children over to another persons, they're never going to own that. I don't care if a person has a sheet of paper, a video. These two demons are never going to own up to anything that they've done. They're never going to do that. You had a great Valentine's. Snowed in mine. Yes, the rain was starting to come down this evening in the high 10. It is very cold here in East Tennessee. Bring it gracefully, easily, that one can relate and think. Thank you, Masterful. I've tried to do that. As I state, I've had my moments. So as I say to those who didn't know me, who've never followed my content, I apologize for that. You know, I can own my mistakes. But I'm a very passionate person. I'm very high strung in nature. So when I get to that peak, I'm off the rip. And some people possibly could not digest my content, my tongue. And I get that. And I've always said that I never like to get like that during a live or upload because, you know, it's not ladylike, but nonetheless, I'm a human being. And one thing I am is genuine. And anybody that knows me know who I am and they know what I'm about. They know you can get anything from the queen. She's that type of person. She'll go the extra mile for you As long as you're genuine with her, she got your back. And that's who I am. But you can't, some people are not going to be able to see that during a live because they're looking at the title of a video, or they're looking at something I said in the video. So then they automatically assume, okay, well, I know her, or I don't like what she said or how she said it. That's natural. That's to be expected. I can't worry myself about that. So long as I know myself, my salvation, I can't dwell on what people think. Yes. I know some of you like that when the queen get crunk, but like I told you, I can't, I don't want to be doing that. It's not to me busting a blood vessel over some people I don't know, a commenter or some troll that jumps on, on a live stream. That's giving the devil power, and that's what they want. And that's the whole purpose of the shenanigans. It's because that's what they're looking forward to. It's like, let me go over here to this platform because she's known to get crunk and yah. So sometimes you got to say, you know what? Don't give them what they want. Don't feed into the rhetoric. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. I will. I will most definitely do that. I want to say, since I'm 1 hour in, because like I told you, I hate to veer off my subject matter because it can go 50,000 different ways. But since I do have an audience at the moment, we're going to resume the live that was so rudely interrupted on Saturday. And so Backspace, you might want to come back and join, and Queen, you might want to come back to give your commentary. Before I check out of here on this live, because I want to try to keep it under 2 hours, we are going to go ahead and address the situation with the realtor and the money. Who is the person that gave Trezell that money as well? If you all want to talk about that, we can before I check out of here. What is the relationship with the said person? One of you said it was a loan officer. So I just think it's interesting that a woman would give a grown man, a married man at that, a lump sum of money, because I don't care what anybody says. In this time of people not having work and income, to give anyone $5,000 is a lot of money today. Now, some people got it to lose. Some people got it in their bank accounts. So it wouldn't matter if it was COVID, pre-COVID, after COVID. But I'd say a grown woman giving a man $5,000 is a sign to me something hanky-panky has been going on. Because there is no way a woman should be giving a man, period, money. Never. I ain't saying nobody ain't never done it, but it's not a good look. 2, you're a married man. You're a married man. You're taking money from a woman that is not your wife. It's not your sister. It's not your mother, your grandmother. Come on. That to me was very suspect. Heather, right. I know. It's what you're saying. Moonlight said drugs. I don't know, Moonlight. I never even thought about that. Yes, they had a queen pressure up the other night. Where did the comment just flow up so fast?
Well, Queen,
go ahead. Oh, Deha. Yeah, I heard that. As I stated, I don't have no verification of this person having a criminal record. That's why I said, are we talking about the loan officer or the realtor? Because those are not the same two people. So that's what I'm trying to understand. Once again, who exactly gave the money to Trezell? Because, hi, TG. Everyone say hello to TG Breaking News.
Hello, TG.
TG, you want to come up and join me, baby? Wasn't she the homeowner? No, the homeowner. I'm talking about the person that gave Trezell West the money for the house, $5,000. That's what I'm saying.
Queen.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for letting me at least speak a little.
Oh, anytime. You know you got mad love from the queen.
Okay. So you
got mad love from the queen. Let me go in this invite and see. Let me see. I gotta drop down another thing. HT.
Okay, so I'll see.
Tell her.
Now
my pen's not working. I gotta get my queen up here. No, I'm gonna call this person. Hold on a minute. Because I ain't about to do all that. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. Here we go here. You jumped off. Hey.
Hello?
Yeah, how you doing?
I want to get up there on your panel.
Okay, so I have to be careful dropping that link because they'll steal your name. That's how they operate.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they did that Saturday. So
For real?
yeah.
Okay, so I have to be careful dropping that link because they'll steal your name. Let me turn you down.
Yeah, okay, baby.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen all the backlash, haven't you?
No.
Oh yeah. Public enemy number one.
You a damn lie. That's
No.
sad.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think from listening to you and your issues you had, and I'm going to talk to you about. You remember that a certain issue you had. Yeah, they tried to pull a fast one last week. I'll tell you about that in private.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Call me when you in your life.
Okay. Hold on. Let me go and drop the link, and then I will give you a one up to let you know to come on.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. Okay, hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna do something right quick. You all keep talking. Queen got you. I'm listening. Sorry about that. Thanks for your patience. Hey, Christy, how you doing, baby? Tammy, I'm in East Tennessee. Nat, I don't know. Everybody say hello to TG Breaking News Global. She's decided to join us. Thank you so much. Me and TG go way back to cupcake days. Amen. Oh, that's okay, Backspace. You all right. Hello, Rita. Hi, Lena. How you doing, baby? What? I don't know why. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Hold on a minute, honey. Queen, I did. Tasha said they should have a 30-day pick. Yeah, Tasha, we know that. But Nietzsche, I don't know. Because I just did it again. Hi, April. How you doing? Hello, Pretty Sauce. Thanks for joining us. I don't know. Because I went back in. It's the same one as before. Yeah, it's the same one. Well, I don't know what to say, honey. I've gone back in. It's saying the same thing. It's coming up the same one from that we just did minutes ago. Hi, Kimberly. How you doing? It's okay, but it's an error. Hit the invite, then hit Creel on CV. Hey, Kimberly. Thank you all for joining me. Well, as I state, the information that we were discussing earlier was a comment that was left in the chat pertaining to the bio mom and Trezelle West. If they have met each other, coincided. Some of you have made comments in the past 2 months, a month and a half rather, that you think the eldest child looks like Trezelle West. I've heard that a few times. I thought it myself one time. It's weird. Someone made a comment about the haircut, why he would cut his children's hair a certain way. And I was like, well, I don't know how in the world would I know that, but it just seemed very, very interesting. Someone would even mention that. But as I say, there's no verification that Trezelle West is the father of the eldest child or the youngest, of course. But some of you have made commentary about that. So we just put the what if up there today because someone left it in the chat earlier. So we have decided to address any hypothesis, variables pertaining to this case, because as you've seen, we don't know very much about anything. There's not been a receipt brought to anything that's been spoken pertaining to these people, just a lot of rhetoric and he said, she said. So we don't know these people. We don't know anything about them. Just what we've seen them speak on visually in the short time that they've spoken to the news. Okay. Just get on here. Good Lord have mercy. I'll just go ahead and talk up here. Just speak up here because it's just I can't go back in there. I've already gone back. It says the same thing. So
yeah, I'm gonna be in your chat.
Okay. Well, would you like to speak on? Would you like to speak on what if Trezell could be the father of the eldest child?
No, well, we had that conversation before. I'm gonna talk to you when we get off. When you get off.
Oh, so you don't want to give no comment?
I don't know. I told you that.
Oh, you were the one I mentioned that to a while back. Okay, you didn't have no. I forgot because I forgot. I'm sorry, baby.
No, you good. You already know. No harm, honey.
Yes, yeah, we got we got mad love for each other. So
most definitely.
Most definitely.
I'm gonna be here in the chat though.
Okay.
As soon as you in, and we'll talk because I'm gonna show you how to do your thing.
Okay, that's fine.
Maybe it had messed up.
Yeah. Well, I went back in the invite, and it still brings up the same code for the StreamYard. It doesn't show a new one.
Your live had the end, and you didn't know, and you probably went. You know what I'm saying? Still on the same live. They always give you new codes.
No. But I'm saying they've already used that one in this one already. I've had people up here before you came on. Right.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah. Because it's the same. It's the same one I used when I got a Queen and F1 on. So that's why I said I don't see why it would change because I've never ended the live. So
yeah, it probably messed up.
Okay.
Well, not you on your end. Maybe StreamYard end.
Okay. Thank you so much, dear.
Let me know when you in your.
I will. I will holler at you, baby. Okay, honey. Bye bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Keep being that queen. I'm in here.
Okay, baby. Love you too. Bye bye.
All right. Okay.
Hi, pretty sauce. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Thank you all so much for joining me. Queen didn't jump down. I guess she didn't want to come back up. Well, that was something I was curious about. Was the money too? The lady who gave the money. I was just thinking to myself, well, what was the deal with that? Had they been dating or seeing each other? Because as I say, that's just odd to me that someone would give a married man money. It's very, very odd to me. I think the only reason they reported the kids missing is because the bio mom supposedly was asking to bring them Christmas gifts. And they, Evie, that was 2 years ago, baby, about the Christmas gifts. For those who do not know that comment made about the Christmas gifts by the bio mom and her mom, that was a issue from 2018 Christmas. That is not current Christmas 2020. And as you know, or you don't know, if you don't know somebody, then how are you going to ask to bring gifts to them if you don't know them? So she is claiming she does not know the bio. The bio has claimed that she does not know Trezell and Jacqueline West. And when I went to her Facebook page a while back, someone asked her that on her Facebook page, and she said that was Christmas 2018. Okay, Evie, that is no problem, baby. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining me. God bless all of you. But that is the sad information. Let me see who the hell this is. Probably somebody don't want nothing. I can't do all that. So therefore, I can't look at that. Kimberly said, I can't see a woman giving a married man, any man 5,000. Well, that's my point. They are saying we could lose power due to the winter storm. Okay, thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello, from Louisville. Damn, a married guy with 6 kids, get some self-esteem. Well, GS, that's the world we live in. I'm about to give a man $20. Rita says she ain't about to give a man $20. Well, dang, Rita, you don't want to give nobody no money for no cigarettes and beer. Now shut your mouth. I mean, like I said, we've all been young and lived before. Everybody has lived at some point, done something that they probably wouldn't do today. Thank you, Wesley. Thank you so much. You are so funny. Oh. But yeah, that's just another question that came up in the live on Saturday about the lady who gave up the money for the house. Who is this lady? What is her relationship with Giselle West? Were they dating, seeing each other? Because something doesn't add up with that story, with the money situation. There's no way I believe in my right mind, whether it be a realtor, loan officer, whichever one you want to say it is, because I don't have any verification, so I can't make any claims to who is the person that gave the money. But I don't believe no woman's gonna give no man $5,000 for his house. You with another woman, so that makes no logical sense. And even if it was a loan officer, why would you risk your job to give a stranger money for a house? That makes no sense. And if you're the realtor, why would you give somebody money when you're in the business of selling a house? See, none of this adds up. It's all buffoonery. For any man to ask a female for any amount of money he ain't worth, you know what? He better get a D job. Okay, I'm victorious. Hi, Andrea Ramos. Thank you so much, baby. Yeah, that's it. What TG said? Amen. Yes. Look, we ain't got no coins to give them fellas. I'm going to tell you the truth. To me, to ask a woman for money, to me, you should be at your lowest point to have to ask a woman for money. And that's just how I feel. I mean, I don't care what the sum is. It doesn't matter if it's 500, 5,000. It's all the same to me. You should never have to ask a woman for money. I mean, I understand people get down on their luck. They have financial issues, but I just can't see a man feeling comfortable to ask a woman for money, because I always say how you start is how you finish. So you start out asking for money. You realize you can get the money. The money's been given to you once. Well, what's to stop you from asking again? Then before you know it, that's all you're doing is asking. Now, I'm not saying that every man is the same, but I'm just saying that it can start a problem, you asking a female for money. And it just doesn't look good for a male to ever ask a woman for money. And what's even worse is to be asking for like small change. You can bum that from your mama. $6 for cigarettes. You ask a woman for money for cigarettes? I mean, seriously, come on. This is insane to me. Not no damn 5,000 unless we move it in the same house. Yes, TG, that's a valid point. I give you 5,000 if we going to live in the same house together. Amen. She gave the money because he gave her great conversation. Nietzsche, don't start. Depends what's he going to do for it. Oh, God, y'all showing out. Not in 4 months of meeting them. Yes, if that is true. Hi, Shay's Tube. How you doing? Thank you so much. I guess his wife was not part of the house purchase, nor 5,000. I'm just saying. Well, friend, you know what? We live in a world where a lot of hanky-panky go on. I'm just saying. I've heard, and this has nothing to do with these 2 or 3, before you all get jiggy. We live in a world where a lot of men like 2 women. So, I mean, you know, hello, Cherie, my good friend from California. Giselle was smashing the loan officer. He had to be for her to give up the what if Giselle and Jacqueline not really married. Well, Sheba, you know, you don't know anything. That's the thing about this story, is that there is no verification of children, who's a baby daddy, who knew who dated whom, who talked to whom. You don't know anything. That's just the biggest mystery with this story, is not knowing who in the hell, as Aretha Franklin once said, who's zooming who? It's not to be nasty, but you just don't have no idea. This story is wicked to me. Hi, Shay. Thank you so much. Queen talks no. Hell. Louisville said they probably had a threesome. Okay, Louisville beauty. Now be nice. But just truthfully, you don't know people. And once things start unraveling, like when they start giving you said information pertaining to all the parties involved, and you start hearing these old seedy things that people were doing behind closed doors, you start saying, damn, what? You was like, well, where was I when all this was going on? It was like, you was just a spectator. How would you know? You don't know people. And that is the thing you always see with true crime. As a officer of the law said to me back in the spring, he said, there are no coincidences in true crime. That when you get that gut feeling something is not proper, 9 times out of 10, it ain't. And I believe that. And this case to me is exactly one of those cases where there is something funky in the water. I'm sorry. There is something real funky in the water. Yes. Going on with it, right. Sheba, you're right. There's something that, and I keep telling myself, it's right in front of us. Whatever it is, it's in front of us. It's just a matter of, it's putting it together. Of course, you know, some people get offended. Why you care? Why you worried? Queen ain't. Shoot. My thing is, you don't want to be in the news, don't make the news. I say that to anybody. I say it to a neighbor. I say it to anybody. You don't want folks talking about you? Don't give them nothing to talk about. You don't want folks in your business? Don't put your business in the street. That's common sense. Nobody knows nothing about you until you tell it. Or you told it to someone who went and told it. But nobody's just going to know anything personally about you until you divulge it some way or the other, be it by your own tongue, you pass it to someone else, or somebody decide to dig. That's just common sense. Hi, Harold. How you doing? Thank you, Harold, for joining us. Hey, TG. TG said, amen. That's Queen right there. And please check out TG Breaking News Global channel and her attire wear. She has merchandise for sale on her YouTube channel. So if you all like girly attire, please check out her content and the merchandise off of her YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Okay. Shay Sue. Okay, I'm just looking at y'all comments. Oh, God. Oh, what a day. But that is the said information. As I state, the first part of the live was just us brainstorming from a comment that was left in the chat earlier that we did. The Queen and myself, Queen Talks Crime, and I did a live together earlier. And someone left in the chat that they think possibly that Giselle West could be the father of the older child, the adopted child. And I had heard this before. I had thought this myself. I just never came out vocally and said it during my live or uploads. But it is just a hypothesis. It is not the spoken word nor the truth. So let me state that before you take it out the chat as bond. Okay, so Fran, what you say? I thought that as well. She gave him the money for the kids. Wesley, we ain't gonna never know the truth. That's the sad part of this story. We're never gonna know the truth about any of these people. I would have a fit if my man get 5 G's from another woman. Well, Terry, the thing is, you not gonna know your man got 5 G's from another woman. Unless you two rock like that and he tells you, oh yeah, I went over here and Keisha gave me some money. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. Keisha gave me some money. But this is why I keep trying to tell you. A Southern Black Turtle said maybe it's true and Jacqueline was resentful toward that baby. Could be, because the thing, we don't know these people. We don't know anything about them. They are pieces to an intricate puzzle. This Jacqueline Giselle West and the biological mother. And so you don't know these people. You don't know anything about them. You just don't know anything. It's just us jumping on. And, you know, as I said, this is just a comment that was left in the chat earlier. Okay, he said, what'd you say? What kind of man do I look like? Tasha, what you talking about? Once you borrow money from someone, it changes the relationship, and there are usually consequences. Oh, Val, I agree with that. Yes, that is true. Yeah, because especially if you are liking someone, let's say you are a woman liking a man, you have feelings for him, you know, whether they are valid feelings and or lust, whatever the arrangement is, if that person doesn't really care about you, then you are going to feel some type of way once you start seeing that they are not reciprocating conversation, affection, phone calls, texts, whatsoever. So now you feel like you have been hoodwinked and bamboozled. And then most times you probably have been. And like I said, I can't see no woman giving a grown man $5,000 for anything. Now, 2, giving a grown man $5,000 and he is married to another woman. Hell no. Hell no. I don't like you, love you, in love with you, infatuated with you to give you 5 G's. Or as y'all love to say in the street, 5 racks. Oh, no, sir. Okay, Sheba says right, because it looks like Jacqueline got beef with the Bio family. I don't know. Well, you have to take that news interview with a grain of salt because these people are guilty of something. So naturally, they're defensive, asking questions. You all know the live she did with the news, and it's, where do you live? All that on top of buffoonery. These people are guilty. And that's just the bottom line. They are guilty. I would never respect my man's hustle, and I love that he puts our family first. Okay. Well, all right. Y'all are really chatting in that chat. Some men can run that game. Women do it all the time. Yes, Harold, this is true. Like I said, everyone has made mistakes as young people, older people. You do have women who take care of their men. There are women who start out taking care of their men. They could be in their 20s, their 30s. I mean, all the way on up. You've seen relationships of women who are with men, and they old. They're not spring chickens, baby. They old. They like 60s. And she's still taking care of her old man. There's no way in hell. There's no way in hell. I'm about to be halfway walking around and I'm taking care of you. No. Queen not gonna do it. Not taking care of no old person. I'm old, you old, and I'm the woman and I'm taking care of you. Ooh, that really looks bad. Hey, Sheba, Jacqueline wanted to go off on the Bio family so bad. Yes, it took everything for her not to. Yeah, because that's what happens when you haven't prepared properly for what version you're going to give to the news. Okay, he never got to meet his grandkids by 3 months. Oh, Fran, I'm sorry to hear that. Shay said, whoa, that's a mess. Whew, honey, you ain't lying. That is just so horrible. But I want to thank all of you for joining the Queen on this live. Copacetic it is. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Queen Talks. Crime. But there's just so much of the story that is so weird. It's just something. I'll tell you, I've said this 1,000 times, that desert, it's just a creepy feeling about that desert. The way the houses are, it's just something creepy. This whole story is creepy. The people are creepy and secretive. And then you got that other mess jumping off with the mother folks with all that hollering and screaming and stalking folks. And it's like, man, come on with all that. And you people need to check yourself. Y'all doing the most. Y'all just doing the most. The interviews, both sides were not genuine. Okay, Jamie feels like the interviews from both sides were not genuine and real. Well, yeah, I went over again with the Bio Mom's interview, and I didn't ever want to say it publicly, but I can say it now because it's my channel. I don't feel it was that first one. No, it's something's missing in that. Okay, if he had a big conversation, then she probably fell in love with him. Nisha, what you mean by a big conversation? The hell you say? A big conversation. I'm confused. I might need to get you to come up here because I'm trying to. What you said? A big conversation about mom was really weird and it looked so fake. Jamie, I thought that. I watched that probably 2 weeks ago, and I said that this don't seem genuine to me. You don't want to, like I said, make somebody else to be a horrible person or disingenuous, but like a lot of people say, you have to count how much time has gone by with the children being with the West family. Did you actually keep trying to pressure CPS even after they've made their decision? Some people say, shit, I can't give up. I want my kids. It don't matter what decision they made. I ain't giving up. I'm going to keep pondering these folks, calling these folks, worrying these folks. See, we don't know any of that. We don't know any of that. Right. It's missing pieces. Yes, most definitely. Before the interview, why did they already speak? What do you mean, Jamie? They moved out there for a reason, that's for sure. Both sides of the family in Bakersfield. So why move to the desert? Nothing there. Yeah, I think it's suspicious to move anywhere off the beaten path with children. Okay, you as a single person, you can do whatever you want. You can live in New York City. You can live in a small town, rural area. And we do know that people do raise their children in rural areas because most of America is rural. Everywhere, everybody don't live in New York City, Chicago. People live in the suburbs, small towns outside of big cities. And then you do have people who live out in the county and they are far out. I personally don't want to be way out because I have to think of a worst case scenario. I want to be able to get gas. I want to be able to get the car repaired. I want to be able to shop. I want to go to the grocery store. I don't want to drive an hour to buy groceries and then come back, the food's melted. But there are people who live like that. How they live like that, I don't know. But I think of a worst case scenario. You have to think about your safety. You can get your house bum rushed. You can have 20, 30 people outside your damn house. They kick your damn doors in, bust up in there. That damn ADT don't mean nothing because they've already timed it. Hey, it's going to take 1 hour for the cavalry to get to you. By that time, they have stole everything out your house, beat you to death, killed you, took everything out your house, went on down the road. They're gone. Do you understand what I'm saying? But like I said, everybody chooses how they want to live. But I personally am not trying to live off the beaten path to where if something jumps off, nobody can get to me in time because ADT serves no purpose if you are so far out that it's going to take an hour for authorities to get to you. 1 hour? I mean, think about that. 1 hour, 40 minutes. Hell, 30 minutes is long. If you're in need of help and you've been beaten or bludgeoned and you're gasping for air and you're praying that, oops, somebody gonna send the cavalry because the ADT went off. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, Terry, now shut your mouth. Y'all are sick. Tasha, the reason why the lady gave him a bag. Oh, God, I can't stand this. Tasha, y'all showing out in this chat now. And Psycho always waiting in the bushes or woods. No way, no way. Nat, you a mess. Oh, right. I need an ambulance. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I said people do live this way. They live off the beaten path. But what I'm saying is it's dangerous to be out in the middle of nowhere in case you need help. You need an ambulance. You need to go to the doctor. You need your prescriptions. You go down the highway, you get a flat tire, your car goes out, your alternator. Now you got to wait for AAA. God forbid you have AAA. You have to think about all those things when you live way, way out, far from shopping, car garage, doctor's offices, clinics, gas stations. I can't do it. Okay, Nat said, Nat, now be nice. Oh, Sheba, y'all are nasty. He hit. Oh, my, I'm not going to repeat that. Cops get there in 6 minutes, though. Okay, Dayha, don't you start. Right. Y'all are something else. And mountain lions, brown bears, snakes, and weird people. Shakes tube, you're horrible. I asked my son-in-law. He said, nope, he had nothing for her. Okay, exactly. I found myself would never live out there. No way. Yeah, I mean, it's just true. To live out in the middle of nowhere is just dangerous. Yeah, no Walmart. Exactly. Nat, that's a very good point. You're right. If you're a woman, you are a target because once somebody comes to your house, let's say you get somebody to come out there to do something for your home, paint or repair the air conditioning, whatever the situation is, cable, whatever. That person knows you're there alone because people tend to talk. Women, we are talkers. So all it takes is for somebody to just ask you, are you married? And you stupidly say, no, I'm not. I'm single. I'm here all by myself. You have just opened Pandora's box to let a stranger know that you stay alone, you don't have a mate, and now you're out in the middle of nowhere alone, so then they can double back and harm you. It happens every day. Thank you, Alexis Platt. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. I don't mind it because when I get in the city, I panic but bad in a way because nobody's around me. I feel needy. Mary, okay. Well, like I said, I understand people, everybody's not going to live, in the inner city, and everybody's not going to live in the suburbs. There are going to be people who live in the county that, live farther out. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm not trying to live out in the county so far to where I'm not near the Walmart, the Dollar Tree, the grocery store, the gas station. That's not my type of hype. I don't want to live that far out. I just don't. Just for safety reasons, I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh, Sheba. Now stop. Now behave. Right, you can't be telling your business. Well, Ravenheart, that's what people do though. People tell things about themselves. They talk about themselves. They tell what they're doing, where they going. Oh, I'm going out of town. Kind of like Facebook. You put everything on Facebook. Tell you're going to take a cruise, this and that. So therefore, now people know your personal business. And now they can break in your house while you gone. Hell, they'll break in your house while you're there. Jamie, no. So I missed it. I'm sorry. Always told me don't talk to strangers. Yeah, well, Mary, most people get hurt because of the people they know. Just saying. Of course, I just have a notion he did. Okay. If you miss any part of the lot, thank you, nature. I never hike. I have a 130-pound shepherd. We say, oh, okay. Hi, Tanya. How you doing? Thank you so much. But that's the set information. This was, as I state, this is a what-if scenario. This is not the spoken word. This was just a comment that was left in the chat during my earlier live pertaining to Trezell West and the bio mom. Do they know each other? Is it possible that he's a baby daddy? Because someone left that in the chat, so we decided to address it. The Queen Talks Crime and myself. She was up here on the live earlier, but she's now down in the chat. I don't know. Some of you have been saying that in the past a month and a half about Trezell and the older child favoring one another. As I state, that is just a hypothesis, and we decided to address that tonight in the chat. I've got the best of both worlds. I live on the river, but just 5 miles from town. Okay. The adoptive parents and the bio mom spoke prior to the interview and why. Why did they have each other's number? Well, Jamie, I don't know that they had each other's numbers. Where you hear that? He moved off the grid to announce 3 months later the kids vanished. Alien abduction. Frisco, now don't you start. Well, it is. That's why I said I feel like it's an intricate plan. I just honestly believe this was an intricate plan. The moving out there. But the thing that's weird is that the owner of the house did say on the Chris Thorne show that she wrangled with Trezell and the sale of the house for 6 months. So it was not an immediate move to the desert. Let me say that for those who are not familiar with Chris Thorne's and the interview he did with the original owner of the house. 6 months is a very long time to try to sell your home to a designated person. And she made it clear during that interview, he could not secure a loan for the house. So therefore, it wasn't an immediate move to the desert. For those of you who are thinking that, it was not. He had wrangled with this lady from her version for 6 months. And I really felt like I can't imagine going back and forth with somebody for 6 months, because before, when I heard the version of it, the first thing I thought was that she didn't have a realtor. You understand what I'm saying? So I thought she was like doing this on her own, trying to sell her house on her own. But then it was verified through her own mouth that she did have a realtor trying to sell her home to Trezell and Jacqueline West. But I'm saying it was odd to me, any person wrangling with a person for 6 months, whether they had a realtor or not. I wouldn't have had that kind of patience. The first time my realtor come back to tell me, oh, Pookie can't secure the loan, I've been done. I wouldn't have kept, I'd have told her, tell him goodbye. We'll wait for somebody else. So there had to be something in the conversation that the realtor had with Trezell for her to hold on and keep going back and forth. Because what you have to ask yourself is, 6 whole months. That is a long time to wait on someone to get money to buy your house. 6 months of going duck, duck, goose with the realtor. Phone calls, phone calls, phone calls, wait, phone calls, phone calls. I just want you to think about that. 6 whole months. So we have to ask ourselves, when we do say, well, it was an intricate plan, know that it was 6 months on the book that she wrangled with him and the situation of the purchase of the house. So what are we saying? That he had this planned out 6 months before getting to the desert? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I always tell people to dissect the information that's been given to you, because a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people are not familiar with the said interview on the Chris Thorne show. So if you want verification of this commentary that I'm giving you about the original homeowner, please go over to the Chris Thorne show and watch the said commentary of the realtor speaking to Chris Thorne about the sale of the house with Trezell West. Yeah, Pookie and all them. His brother wouldn't lend. Well, Fran, yeah. Good question. Very good question. Because I'm sure everyone's asking all of that. Once you watch that video with Chris Thorne talking to the original homeowner on the phone, you start to ask all types of questions that are relevant. Why would you not? Why the hell would anybody wrangle with somebody for 6 months? I don't care what nobody said. That's a long time. Had he planned this out at the time that he went to try to buy the house with this lady? Was there a reason for him trying to get this house and keep pressuring this woman? Who's the alleged person she said she saw him with that looked like he was with the mob? Is that true? See, there's just a lot of stuff with this story that don't make no damn sense. There's just a whole lot of buffoonery. I mean, it's just a whole lot. Okay. Lord, y'all talking about everything in this chat, but oh my God, I can't get over these comments. Y'all talking about dogs and all kind of stuff. Jeepers creepers. Ooh, thank you, Nitra. Wow. All my people that was up here, they've gone. Jeanette L said, and maybe there was no other offer. Louisville, possibly. And that's what I thought too. Well, nobody else came forward with an offer for the home. She was desperate. But I'm just saying, realistically and time-wise, that's just a long, long time to wrangle with a person about selling your home. I don't think most people have that kind of patience. In the original video of the interview, I can swear that Trezell says, I spoke with Bio Mom on the phone. Queen, please review for me. Jamie, I'll go back and check it, because I watched that video probably last week. That's just a mind-boggling interview. But you're right. Possibly there were no other. She was desperate. I mean, one could think that she was desperate. She was wanting to get out of there. She was wanting to get to Arizona, because she said that they had been planning, she and her husband, to move. So, thank you so much, Nitra. Probably got pushed month by month. Okay. Right, Nitra. That's the common sense thing a person would do. They'd say, well, wait a minute. The realtor comes back and tells me, he can't get along. She can't get along. That'd been the end of the conversation. I would told the realtor, you tell Pookie, no, thank you, I'm done. And then I went on, let the realtor pursue somebody else, wait for somebody else to come along. I'm not getting ready to play with you for 6 months. That's crazy to me. It is because you have, what you said contracts every 6 months. I don't understand what you're saying. Okay, Nat said he's just trouble. We be having fun in the chat, Queen. I see Kimberly. Y'all go way off in the comments. I don't care what the title is. Y'all start talking. Y'all start bringing up everything. Y'all start talking about Walmart and car tires. And I ain't trying to be mean, but when you're sitting up here and you're looking at the comments, I'll be like, okay, wait a minute. Oh, no, what are we talking about again? Okay. TG said, yes, after 30 days, no refunds, no home. Yeah, TG, right. That's just, I mean, that's just not even logical to think you would go 6 months. And I'm not trying to be mean to this lady, but I'm just saying, I'm trying to get out of this state of California, my husband and myself. And in my mind, I'm trying to wrap my head around just going back and forth with somebody, the realtor going back and forth with Giselle. And every time that the realtor's talking to him, you're getting a bunch of BS. And they were getting BS because she said out of her mouth. 6 whole months is just crazy to me. You have renewed real estate contracts every 6 months. Okay, friend. Yes, seller said they offered her the asking price, so she accepted that offer. Yeah, Frisco. But what we're saying, baby, it took 6 months to seal the deal. That's what we're talking about, baby. If you got the money, it don't take 6 months to give me the money. Could it be that they took so long to close because of COVID? No, I don't believe that. They didn't have the money. That's what I'm trying to tell you all. He didn't have the money. He did not have the money. He could not secure the loan for the house. That's why I said you have to go to Chris Thorne's show to hear the actual comment from the homeowner. Thank you, Nat. Thank you so much. I think that Ellie is being quiet, just watching and waiting for all evidence. Yes, confirmed. Yes, backspace. I believe that. In my experience, no financing ends the deal and buyer has to re-offer. Okay, yes. I have never been there and never heard of it being living out there almost 8 years, but I'm in Temecula area. Where's that, Shay? He didn't have the money because he's a bum. Evie, don't you start. Evie, why don't you call me? Because I can't get nobody on the live stream for some reason. I don't know what's going on. You all are so funny. Y'all just say anything. I swear. I love my fans. I swear I do. The stuff that come out of you guys' mouths. Y'all just say anything. Y'all say, hell, I'm at home. I don't care. Whew, all these messages, dear God. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Excuse me 1 second. Read them more. Then how'd they get the house? I want to say something while I'm in the chat. I've tried to keep the chat very peaceful and copacetic. I'd like to say, I don't know what the problem is, but I'm going to say this to some of you. because I think some of you in the chat need to know this. I have 247 people viewing my live at the current moment. I want to say to some of you that the chat has been infiltrated. That you have some trolls in the chat at the moment, and is that they are stealing your names as I speak to you. So basically, I don't even know who I'm talking to. And I just want to go ahead and say that to some of you in the chat. They have been watching on different YouTube channels. I shouldn't even have to be talking about this because I've been trying to keep a copacetic live, and then people wonder why I pop off and get ignorant during my lives and use profanity. This is the reason why. Because we have people who don't have no manners, and they are bottom feeders. So right now, any of you who have been conversing with the Queen, Nitra, whomever you have desired to speak to in the chat, know that your name will now be stolen in the chat. What you want? I'm talking to you directly. What the fuck do you want? You want blood? What you want? What you want? You stealing the people's names in the chat. Don't you know these people stay in my inbox? Just like you watching the chat. You watching Facebook, you watching YouTubers, you stalking these innocent people. I got foot soldiers that's watching you. I got foot soldiers that's watching you. And then you get up and cry and moan about the kids. And you for the kids. How the fuck you for the kids? And you in somebody's chat stealing people's names. You should know I will never let you get up on this live stream ever and disrespect me or my fans because they didn't sign up for this. They've chosen to be on YouTube, and that is their choice. You don't have no right to steal their damn name. And this is why I've been telling people, these people are sick out here, and they're the same ones pretending that they're rallying for the children, but they're not, because only a dirty MF will go in a chat and steal somebody's damn name and respond and try to jump up on a live stream. You should know Queen got game. You'll never come up here because I'm going to always verify the string before I drop the string and the link. And see, God made sure the link didn't go through this time because he said, no, ain't nobody else coming up there because the trolls in the room. See, my God is good because I keep telling you, I'm highly favored. I'm highly favored. And he said, I done had enough of that. So that's why when somebody tried to come in who I've already spoke to that you didn't know about, they couldn't get on because God said, ain't nobody else coming up there. Yeah, Don, it's very sad. I think what's sad is that your names are not safe in the chat. So this is what I'm going to tell everybody in the chat. When you log off this video, when I shut this live down, I want everybody in the chat that has a government name to change your name in your Google. Do not use your government name from here on out on YouTube. Do not. Before you go to bed, before you comment on another YouTuber's platform, change your Google name. Take your government name off of your Google account. You do not need to get another Google account when you go in. Just go into your Google and change your government name off of your Google account. Y'all ain't missing nothing. Come on now, don't start this. The glass is not about to come out. Because I'm not giving the devil what he wants. Let me tell you something. I keep trying to tell you all, I'm highly favored. My life is Gucci. I have a good life because I don't have these kind of problems. See, I'm not a news story. I don't affiliate with people that make the news. You get nothing from me. You make eyewitness news. Because I'm not about to be standing up there with you talking about my friend, my this. Hell to the no. No. I ain't trying to rock with nobody breaking the law, doing anything wrong. Like I said, everybody's flawed, makes mistakes. But when you get to a certain age, you have no reason to be making an eyewitness news. You should not be an eyewitness news story. You should not be a national story. The only time you should be a national story is if you are gunned down, murdered, and then it makes the news. But to be involved in facetious behavior, breaking the law, breaking in vans and shit, and doing all kind of crazy stuff, fraud, scheming folks, that's your choice. I'm just saying. So this is what I'm trying to tell all of you. I can't let nobody come up on the live stream unless I talk to you first. That's why I was able to have the people up here, because I've already talked to them to get them in up here before the trolls came in to steal your name out of the chat. And I've never seen such hatred in all my life, because what I'm trying to understand is all that you're doing is a waste of time. You're not stopping my blessings because I'm highly favored. I'm going to keep saying that. My God is good to me. He watches every move I make from the time I shut my eye to the time my fat feet hit the floor in the morning and the a.m. And he is my maker. He is my way maker. And I think that's obvious, that he will control Queen's destiny. Not a troll, not a YouTuber, not a commenter, nothing. So all I'm going to say to all of you in the chat, change your government name off of your Google. Do not use your government name from here on out on YouTube, because they are following you to other platforms and stalking you. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, then you don't need to be on social media. You don't need to be on social media. And if you think this is a game, you shouldn't be on social media. Because I never thought talking about a crime, alleged crime, would lead to people stalking other people on a platform, stealing their name out of the chat, jumping up on a live stream to disrespect the Queen or any other YouTuber. That means you are a sick individual. You don't have a life. You don't have any direction in your life, and you're a hypocrite, because you're not for children if you are stealing people's names out of the chat to jump on the live stream to curse out the content creator. That means you're a bottom feeder, and you don't have no damn business with nobody's damn baby, child, or organization that caters to children. You are a hypocrite. You are a bum. You are a bottom feeder. You are useless. And I said that diplomatically. So I'm telling all of you, take your name off Google when I close this live. Do not use your government name on YouTube. Don't say nothing to nobody in the chat. Just don't say nothing. Because anytime you say something, then they follow you to another platform. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. They're watching everything you say in the chat. And then you go over to another content creator's channel and they follow you over there. Stay woke. Yeah, well, I'm just telling you. You call it what you want, crazy, whatever. All I'm going to say is, when you find somebody in your inbox on Instagram or Facebook, don't say I didn't tell you so. So you do what you want to do. I'm just warning you. Whether you continue to watch my videos, follow me, subscribe, whatever, I'm doing it for the safety of you. Because see, you got some YouTubers, they don't give a damn about nobody trolling you and stalking you. don't care about nobody stalking you and bothering you. I'm telling this for your own safety and peace of mind. So you don't be looking up every time you get a notification for something on an app you got, and you think hell is somebody important trying to message you. It ain't nobody but a dirty troll. See, they think I'm stupid, but what they don't know is just like they in the chat watching and listening and signifying, I got somebody watching them. My inbox stay full, baby. My inbox stay full. Just like you trolling, my fans troll. They keep my inbox full on the 4 and the 1-1. So I'm telling you all, because let me tell you, even if you change your name to Pookie 101 and they see you talking to the queen, they gonna show enough try to put Pookie 101 in the live stream if I drop the link for the live stream. So here I am thinking I've been conversing with Pookie 101, and now they think they're gonna get up here. Sorry. And I hate this for my fans, those who are genuine and want to give their commentary and, come up on the live stream. But I cannot let you all come up on the live stream for that very reason, because they're stealing your identity as I'm talking to you right now. I've already got messages in my phone. Harold, there's no such thing as get along. You can't get along with a heathen, baby. Your mammy didn't raise you right. So who you going to get along with? A heathen. Come on now. Yeah, Mary Blue. All over some 2 missing kids that didn't nobody give a damn about. Nobody gave a damn about these kids. Everybody, like I just said, popping up out of coffins and shit, walking dead. Now everybody's concerned about these children, and the same people trolling YouTube and Facebook groups and talking bad about me and this person, that, just crazy nonsense. In the end, you're not doing nothing but hurting yourself, because there's people out here don't care about what you talking about. They're not losing no sleep on you trolling. That's what you don't get. And if you're the same people that think somebody would give you a kid, what judge in his right mind, or she, would hand you a baby? And you're trolling people's social media pages, apps, for what? I ain't never seen nothing like it. Yeah, Edward, it's gone. It's all the way gone. And you know what's crazy? What they don't understand, the rest of us who woke and got a life, we shut that phone computer down. We living, we eating, we Gucci. We look, we going on about our business. We hopping planes, trains, and automobiles. That's what I keep trying to tell folks. All this what you doing, it ain't hurting the queen at all, because guess what? I keep trying to tell you, queen highly favored. She not missing a meal, as you can see. Yes. I'm not missing nothing. Only time I'm going to miss something is when the Lord sees fit, not from some social media junkie. And I think it's sad. And on that note, I'm going to check out of here, because I'm not going to prolong the live, because as I state, I think we said all we need to say in this live, but I want to thank you all for joining me. You all been very kind to the queen. I want to thank you for your support. If you want to donate to the channel, Cash App, $ Big Angie 129. Thank you all for everything. Thanks to my moderators. Thank you for the people who joined in the live stream. But now you know, I guess you all going to have to go back in and change your damn username again. And I'm sorry that has to happen. But now we know that anybody that got up and lied on social media and said on Facebook, yeah, I'm going to call you out. I'm all for the kids. I ain't got time to be addressing everybody that has something negative to say on YouTube. I'm for the kids. No, you ain't. Somebody sent the screenshot. No, you ain't. Because you just came in here and stole some people's identities out of here. So you ain't for no kids. You're not for any children. You don't care about any children. because I think the fact that the kids got in the place that they are in is the spoken word, and they didn't get to the West House by accident. And no matter how you look at the story, no matter how you view the story, they didn't get to the West House by accident. And no matter what the West did or did not do to those children, as someone said, there are no accidents, coincidence in true crime. Those kids got there to the West House because nobody gave a damn about them. And the fact that you're sitting here stealing innocent people's names out the chat shows you don't give a damn about them kids. So all of you who are in the chat, and you can spread the word to your friends on Facebook and other places. Tell them if they're going to be on social media, YouTube and Facebook groups pertaining to the children, don't use your government name. Don't use your government name. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. Thanks for joining me. God bless all of you. Thank you, TG, my moderators, the guests who came on the panel. You all stay safe out there. And I hope you all are weathering the storms that are affecting us right now. I'm praying for all of you, Nashville, Memphis, all of those of you who are getting ice, black ice. I'm going to pray for all of you. You all stay safe. I want to thank my new subscribers, the new viewers, people who checked in. I just want to thank all of you. And God bless all of you. I'm out of here, okay? I'll talk to you guys later.